So I'm going to give you some silly things now of what we can do to make work more fun. I don't know that you can do any of these things without some approval because they're kind of silly things, but I wanted to end on that note. First of all, there's this little sign. If you go to the Minneapolis Convention Center, anyone ever been to the Minneapolis Convention Center? Okay. If you go to the escalator at the Minneapolis Convention Center, there's a little sign on the wall, that sign, that says, push to play polka. Do you think anyone pushes it? You can't not push it. Everyone pushes it, and what do you think they do after they push it? They polka. Because it plays polka, and you can't listen to polka and be on an escalator and not polka. So they have surveillance of people that don't think they want to push it. Say, that's silly, I'm not pushing it. Why is that there? That push it and polka all the way down the escalator. So my point is this. We look at the little mundane things, the ordinary things like going down an escalator. Well, how can we make that more fun? And somebody said, well, we can make that more fun if we put a push to play polka. And it actually plays polka. So I'm going to give you a couple things like this to take away from today. And again, these are all little silly things because I want you guys to have fun. The first one is there's not enough square dancing at work, okay? There is not enough square dancing. You'll be surprised what a good do-si-do in the office will do for morale. I don't know if you've ever swinged your partner at work, but right around coffee time, a few do-si-dos will get you going. So, a little sachet. Hopefully you're making that face, and if you can break out that outfit, all the better. Yeah. This is what I'm talking about, obviously experienced in the art of square dancing. So again, why aren't we doing that? I don't know. I tell guys in the retail stores, when's the last time you square danced? So, well, why would I do that? I said, you think when you square dance, your customers aren't going to like that? Well, they probably would like it. So give it a shot. Give it a shot. I don't know if you guys have these outfits or masks with the, they're called Groucho with the nose, but let me tell you something. You can't not laugh when somebody puts one of those on. So if you find yourself in a bad mood or you have one of your coworkers that's not in a happy mood, give them that or put it on yourself. I don't have to even tell you what's going to happen. So these are the kind of little things I think everyone should have to bring that in with them to add a little spice to the day. Yodeling. There's not enough yodeling. There's not enough yodeling. I'll just say that. So I said this. I said, much like that push to play polka sign, if you put up a big sign that says, please no yodeling, guess what happens? People yodel. And I'm not talking a little old yodel, I'm talking the full range yodel. So these are the kind of things we don't see enough of. And especially the guys in the warehouse, I think you have some like good acoustics in there. So don't be afraid to yodel. And if you're a really good yodeler, wear the pin. Bouncy balls. Marty, do we have bouncy balls right now in the office? Okay. You guys ever hear of a company called Zappos? All right, let me tell you something about Zappos. Zappos was a little shoe company. And Zappos did about, several $1 million in sales. They weren't making very much money. But the very first manager they ever hired at Zappos was a former manager at Nordstrom's. And Nordstrom's is a customer service champ. And in fact, this manager, he oversaw 18 of their stores. And he said, we're going to bring some of these Nordstrom principles to our little Zappos company. Now, Zappos, their salespeople wear headsets like this. They sit in cubicles and answer the phone all day. And one of the principles that they brought to that company was, we're going to be all about not only customer service, but culture. We're going to have a good time. So when you get home tonight or whenever you can, just type in on Google Zappos culture or Zappos customer service, and you're going to see a whole bunch of videos. One of the videos that I found particularly entertaining is they have a whole bunch of these bouncing balls. And not all the time, but when they feel like it, and you don't need permission to do this, they bounce down the hallways on these balls. Now, I don't know if you've ever done it, but you can't not have fun bouncing around on one of those balls. So again, it's just a little something to break up the day. And this is what they do. So it's not only about customer engagement. Unengaged employees do not create engaged customers. I see a lot of engagement here today. Obviously, these things are silly things, but we're looking for some things that can break up the monotony, and I can tell you this, you can't bounce around on one of those and not have a good time. Here's the last one. I don't know if you have any feety pajamas, but I went through, I think when I was this big, I had a whole bunch of them, and then I went through at least, 30, 40 years probably, where I didn't wear them very much. Well, about a year ago, it was a year ago Christmas, I got another set of feety pajamas, and I said, I'm not going to put on those. I think they were like G.I. Joe feety pajamas. Said, that's ridiculous. I'm not going to put them on. And sure enough, I had them on, and I felt ridiculous, and I had a really good time that night. Now, it's true. It's true, and they have the little flap, so you don't have to take the whole thing down, which is nice. Now, if you get a few people that are wearing these at the office, I guarantee you're in for a few laughs. So these are the kind of things. Oh, what was it? Charlie's Angels pajamas? Yes. G.I. Joe. Cool. These are the kind of little things that I'm talking about. Now, you don't have to do any of this stuff, but the whole idea is, are we having fun at work? And we look at being not boring. Not boring is a big part of what I'm feeling here today. This is a fun day. I'm glad to be a part of it. I'm happy you had me here. So if we look at all of this stuff, it's about lightening up and laughing a little bit,